This week on GamePron News, the 3DS enjoys a significant price cut, but it might not be so positive behind the scenes. Ubisoft reveals very different DRM choices for two of its upcoming PC releases. Fans of SOCOM 4 receive a special beta bonus, while the entire Red Faction franchise is put on ice. A couple of updates are on the way for Duke Nukem Forever, and gamers can pick their own price when it comes to the third Humble Indie bundle. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. Nintendo this week surprised everybody by slashing the price of the 3DS handheld console. From August 12th, gamers in the United States will be spending a tiny $170 on the console, with a comparable drop seen across the globe. If the hefty discount isn't quite enough to convince you to buy a new games machine, perhaps you need a further incentive. Nintendo recognises that there are gamers who have paid rather a lot of money for a 3DS, and these early adopters will not go unrewarded. Starting September 1st, these 3DS ambassadors will be given the opportunity to download 10 NES Virtual Console games for free before the rest of the world gets a chance to check them out. Doesn't stop there either. By the end of 2011, Nintendo is also releasing 10 Game Boy Advance Virtual Console titles, including Yoshi's Island, Metroid Fusion, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and these games are exclusive to 3DS ambassadors. The choice is yours. Do you want to wait a while and save a few bucks, or fork over the cash now and grab a bunch of extra content? Now, if you think that price seems too good to be true, you're nearly right. It's been revealed that Nintendo will now make a loss on every 3DS sold. This is a marketing tactic often employed by Microsoft and Sony, who aim to recoup the money on sales of peripherals and game releases, but it is believed to be the first time that Nintendo has made such a move. We're not quite sure how much the company is losing per console, but we're guessing that somebody thinks it's worth it. Some bad news for fans looking forward to Ubisoft's new driver, San Francisco. This week, the game's community developer confirmed that the company would indeed be using its controversial always-on copy protection when the game launches later this year. Suspicions were raised when the driver San Fran game page on Steam mentioned a permanent internet connection in its list of requirements. A concerned fan asked and found that yes, the decision had been made and the game would indeed feature the despised DRM. If you'd prefer to play a game that doesn't constantly phone home, Ubisoft suggests that you pick up the console version of the game. But that one doesn't come without a catch either. Driver San Francisco is the first game to use Ubisoft's brand new Uplay Passport, the company's online pass that will require activation if you want to play it online. Predictably, gamers were a little concerned that Ubisoft's other upcoming titles would also use the much-maligned copy protection scheme. The recently delayed PC version of God Simulator From Dust quickly found itself in the spotlight. Fortunately for gamers, Ubisoft confirmed that From Dust will not require a permanent online connection to play in single-player mode. On one hand, that's a good thing, but on the other, what is the Ubisoft Online service mentioned on the From Dust page on Steam? Earlier this year, SOCOM 4 was released exclusively for the PS3 just a week before the PlayStation Network was taken offline. Rather than spending time running around shooting people, gamers were forced to spend more than a month staring at disconnected consoles, sighing wistfully and feeling a little left out. Now though, SOCOM 4 gamers can have their day in the sun. Anyone who picked up a specially marked copy of the game back in April will automatically receive access to the exclusive closed beta for Resistance 3, which kicks off next week. 2 maps, 2 multiplayer modes, upgradable weapons, customised loadouts, unlockable character skins, and a level cap of 20. It's time to get out there and kick some Chimera butt. European PlayStation Plus subscribers join in the action on August 10th, with International Plus members hopping in on August 23rd. It's not known when the rest of the world can get onto that particular bandwagon, but we're hoping it's soon. Resistance 3 is set to launch later this year, exclusively for PS3. One thing that won't be launching this year, or any year in the foreseeable future, is a new Red Faction. THQ this week revealed that the franchise's popularity has dropped so far that it is now merely a niche title, and the publisher will be putting it to rest. Over the past 10 years, we've seen 4 Red Faction titles, with the most recent pair, Guerrilla and Armageddon, not really enjoying great sales despite also enjoying a spin-off title in Red Faction Battlegrounds and the sci-fi tie-in film adaptation Red Faction Origins. Fortunately for THQ's in-house development team, the talented crew from Volition will not be without work. They're being transplanted to another studio where they'll pick up work on Insane, the company's upcoming project with Guillermo del Toro. After all the hype and the drawn-out decade-long development period, the admittedly imperfect Duke Nukem Forever did kinda disappear fairly quickly once it was launched. The boys and girls at Gearbox Software aren't about to let it flicker out completely though, this week revealing 2 plans to breathe life into the prematurely fading Duke. First, a heapin' helping of DLC is on the way for all 3 platforms. The Icons Parody Pack will introduce 3 new game modes, 4 new multiplayer maps, and a bunch of new weaponry, plus the usual collection of innuendo, puns, and gentle digs at pop culture. It'll be out in time for fall in the US. Hopefully out a bit sooner though is a patch for the game which promises to fix a bunch of stuff and, excitingly, double the amount of weapons you can carry at one time. The PC version will also introduce Valve's anti-cheat system, push-to-talk voice chat, and the ability to adjust your FOV, and while we're not sure what's in store for console gamers, we're hoping that the Duke's larger pockets make the jump from PC. And finally, the time has come. The 3rd Humble Indie Bundle has been revealed, and it's a pretty nifty little collection of independently developed video games. Just like previous bundles, the arrangement is simple. Pay what you want and work out how you want to split the money between 5 developers and 2 charities. All of the games are designed for Linux and Mac, as well as Windows PCs. None of them come with DRM, and all of them are decidedly wonderful. So, $50 worth of games, but what do you think they're worth? You'll get a copy of Crayon Physics Deluxe, Cogs, and Yet It Moves, Hammer Fight, and VVVVVV, plus give a little cash to the Electronic Frontiers Foundation and Child's Play. The bundle's available for a limited time only and has already raised more than $750,000. Minecraft developer Notch has thrown more than $4,000 into the mix, and he's added a special gift too. Anyone who buys the Humble Bundle will get to play Minecraft until August 14th for free. Not that you needed more of an incentive, but it doesn't hurt, right? Till next week, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this is GamePron News.